My name is Jordan Ellis. This is Morning Market Call. Today I'm joined by Professor Grant McQueen. Welcome to Morning Market Call.
Thanks, good to be here.
Good to have you here. So I actually had your class this last semester. I think I was the only student to get a 95 on your class, but get a B+ in the class, in the final.
Sorry about that.
No, that is completely fine. It's really good to have you here. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about yourself, maybe about your family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been teaching here 22 years, and my wife and I and 4 kids, we live down in Mapleton. I've got 2 kids at BYU studying engineering. My daughter, who's a senior in high school, she just got accepted. She'll be here studying engineering. And the great failure of my life is my baby, my youngest daughter, is going to study marketing, and we can't figure out marketing. So we keep asking ourselves, what have we done wrong?
Yeah, what happened? Why is no one going after finance?
I don't know.
So great. What are some of your hobbies, maybe interests that you are involved in?
Let's see, I follow sports and used to play some sports. I love to garden, so in the backyard we have about an acre of land and fruit trees and tomatoes, and I love growing tomatoes because they just obey. When you're trying to raise kids, when you're trying to deal with students, you know, they always want to sass your back. But a tomato, you plant the tomato, you water the tomato, it grows, it just gives you immediate satisfaction. So I'm a gardener.
So what you're saying is you wish that all students could be tomatoes.
Yes, exactly. Or peaches.
So I've noticed that you've been here for a while. Your hair is starting to get gray. Why BYU, and how long have you actually been here? Yeah,
so it has been 22 years. In fact, several of the core faculty members were in my class a few years ago. And so yeah, 22 years, came from University of Washington here, spent a little time teaching at Arizona State in the middle of that 22 years, but it's been a great run.
What sets BYU apart from those other schools?
Yeah, honestly, there's a lot of schools that have better finance than we do. If you really want to work on Wall Street, you gotta go to Harvard or NYU. Mm-hmm. If you wanted to learn about derivatives, go to Chicago or Berkeley. But I'm here for the students. Jordan, this may sound like semantics, but when I was taught at University of Washington and Arizona State, I taught finance, and I like finance, but I don't want to dedicate my life to it. At BYU, I teach students, and that little twist of words, that makes all the difference.
That's really great. I remember in your class learning some of those concepts, which I've really been able to apply to my life, not just finance, such as ROI and other concepts. Maybe you could tell about some of the things that you teach in your finance class. Why are those concepts important, and why do you teach those concepts? Yeah,
so I teach the class that every student has to take. And maybe you're a marketing student and you're thinking, why do I need to know finance? Well, they're marketing decisions that you have to make. Should we have this coupon program, or should we put this product on sale? Mm-hmm. Well, as you think about those, you have to understand, does it affect the value of the company? And finance helps us think about that. Or in an operations class, should we buy that new fancy machine that goes faster and has fewer mistakes? Well, the finance person can say, yeah, that's a nice machine, it does go faster, it has fewer mistakes, but does it add value? In other words, does the benefits of this new machine really outweigh the cost? Maybe you're in HR and you have and you're saying, I've got this new assignment, I've got to somehow attract the key employees and make them stay at our business. Well, maybe even though you're in HR, you ought to know about finance options and how stock options could help these key employees hang around a little longer. So I try to teach the things that affect not only the finance of a business, but may have influence for an operations guy or a marketing guy or an HR person, and learn how to make decisions that add value to the company. That's what we teach. So, Dr. McQueen, you really bring up an interesting topic. You know, you have a wide variety of students that come through your classes. What is some advice that you would give those students that are just about to start that class or enrolled for next fall? Yeah, first, I think the more focused you are when you get here, the better off you are. So before you come, if you know, I want to be a retailer, or I want to work in a high-tech company, or I want to do finance at an investment bank, before you even get here, you should know about those companies. If you can, go take a trip to New York and then visit with Goldman or Citi or whoever it is, and start building contacts and bridges to that industry and those people. So my first piece of advice would be just be focused and start early on that career search and build a network. Probably for the students who are interested in finance, it would really be helpful to start reading. Take a chance, read The Economist, just an article or two a week. Scan the few pages of the Wall Street Journal every day. So you start speaking the language. And when you get in an interview or when you're sitting in a class and people throw out these words, they resonate with you, and you have a place to hang that information. And when you get in a room with a recruiter, you can start talking about Ben Bernanke and who he is and who merged with whom. And
that WAC just really isn't just another football conference.
That's right. The weighted average cost of capital. It'd be nice if you could speak that language.
Great. Well, do you have any important stock tips finally on Apple stock? Do you think it's going to go up or down?
I have no stock tips. So sorry, folks. In fact, in my class, we'll talk about why I believe in index funds. So stay tuned.
Well, Professor McQueen, thank you so much for being here. I know I really appreciated your class, and I know that the students coming in will also really enjoy it. As a closing, I would like to put on a bit for upcoming sessions that we'll have for teachers that are a part of our core classes here at the MBA program. And thank you for coming on Morning Market Call. This is Jordan Ellis and Professor Grant McQueen.
Thanks, Jordan.
MMC is brought to you by the Marriott School of Management in association with the Brigham Young University Department of Communications. MMC is made possible by a generous donation from Larry Tasjan and Gary Williams, and is produced by Rhett Weller, Todd Castagna, Mason Chen, Joel Tovey, and Sabrina Beck, with line producing by Kika Latu. For more information, find us on our Facebook and Twitter or at morningmarketcall.org.